Hello, so quick update on my Lightning Deadeye, which is now level 89. I have done my Third Ascendancy for Point Blank, and I'm also finished with like the mapping quest, so I'm blasting tier 15 maps all the time, which have been really smooth. The character still works really well, like really good AoE still, good single target. The stuns are still really nice lifesaver. And yeah, we're still really happy with the build, but I've changed a couple of things. Firstly, I found a really nice bow and I swapped to lightning arrow for clear. And this skill feels so much better than light galvanic shards. Has like better AoE, better single target. There's like no downtime with the reloading, and also it's way easier to proc like shocks on bosses, which is really important for the build. Because it's a bow, I can also grab a quiver with 100% pierce chance. This is really amazing because I can save a lot of passive points that I spent before. And another massive, absolutely massive thing is if you have a strictly like AoE setup with the bow and a single target setup with the crossbow with shock burst rounds, you can optimize your passive tree a massive amount because shock burst rounds cannot shock anyways, right? Which means all of the points with the bow that I allocated into like shock chance, electrocute chance, like right here and right here, just like 15 points. When I swap to the crossbow, I can just respec all of those because they don't affect the build anyways, which means I can get a lot more damage like right here. I can grab these damage, I can grab damage against rares, I can grab the crossbow nodes, and yeah, it just gives you so much more damage without losing anything, which is really strong. And for the passive tree, I've changed a couple of things. I respec this bottom side. I had these attribute nodes, but I didn't need them anymore. I respec like the priest stuff, and because all of those points I could go all the way up and grab some more damage through these lightning nodes. And also respect a little bit of damage to grab evasion. So I grabbed these evasion nodes right here. I also grabbed all of these evasion nodes. And I went for acrobatics because my evasion is so high now that even with acrobatics I have really good evasion chance. Like if I'm also attacking, goes to like 65%, which is really great for like those on death effects and AoE stuff. But otherwise the best tree is pretty similar to before. Nothing too special. I have a lot of jewel sockets. Those I tried to fill in with jewels like this, with magnitude of shock and like shock duration or shock chance. So all of them have magnitude of shock and something else. These are quite cheap, nothing too expensive. Helps a lot to put proc like a 60% shock on bosses. And yeah, that's it. For the gear, it's pretty much the same thing. I have really good rare weapons. I have the quiver with pierce. And all of the rest of the gear is life resists. Maybe some stats like intelligence, strength, dex. I try to get good evasion on the body armor, most important piece. And of course, I'm still using Kitogo's current, which yeah, just really good. It's really hard to pass up. The only downside is it's really hard to get chaos resist because I need like stats on the gear and I still need to fill out my resists. So it's quite tough to get chaos res sadly, which it's a little bit of a pain. And that's why I'm using a chaos charm as well. But yeah, for the passive gems real quick, I'll just hover over them really fast. Innervate is really amazing because it's quite easy to shock now. If I had 6 links, I would probably grab some stuff out of Herald of Thunder. And I also have emergency reload. This is really nice for single target. Gives you an extra reload like buff damage. And I also have a lightning rod setup, which is just for debuffing like shock and lightning exposure. And I have Voltaic Mark. Gives a bigger shock. And I also have 2 auras Wind Dancer. Fit whatever supports you can. And Herald of Thunder for some juicy clear. So yeah, let's do like tier 15. Let's find a boss. So the playstyle feels a little bit better because you don't have to swap with the rounds. I only have 1 crossbow skill, right? Shockburst round. So I don't need to touch the rounds at all. As you can see, lightning arrow just it feels so much nicer to be able to just attack once and have things die. It also makes it feel a lot more safer because you're not like you don't have to constantly shoot the mobs. I wish it did a breach because it scales really really well with like mob density, and breach is just a melt, absolutely melt. Maybe I'll throw a clip in. And you can see single target on even just lightning arrow is so good. You don't really have to dodge shock burst rounds at all. Man, I wish these maps were a little bit less of a maze. Base tank check. Another nice thing about lightning arrow is because you only need to attack once, it means it's way more efficient with Herald of Thunder. You don't waste like all of the stacks on a single pack. Where is this boss? There she is. Oh, now I have to run all the way around. Ow. Yeah, lightning chaos damage is pretty rough, sadly. Because chaos damage is so dangerous, there is probably some merit to dropping the gloves just to get more chaos res. Your boss is really simple. You just put some lightning rods in. You wanna curse the bitch. Hit until the shock happens, and then you wanna start shooting. Because of the shock duration, the shock lasts for quite a long time as well. So yeah, really easy to apply it now. And yeah, that's how bossing looks. Really, really good. So yeah, let me know what you think about the build, and I will catch you later. I do have some couple really cool build ideas as well, so stay tuned. and I will catch you later.